What's going on, everybody? Slang Dutchman here, and today I have a little special video, if you want to call it that. I have a Discord community, link is in the description of every video. You can join that community, and there is a tab called Rate My Ride, and I was thinking it could have been a fun idea to just, you know, let people send in their cars and just we're gonna go over it and rate their cars, or roast them. To keep it somewhat in the positive vibe, I'm just gonna do, let's say, one thing we like about the car at least, and one thing we would like to change if it was our car. So I think then we have two criteria of something that is cool and something we would change. As you can see, next to me is one of my buddies, Remco. He is joining me because some of these cars I know, and I know the people behind them. So my opinion or my judgment is not always as like first sight, because I have seen these cars before, most of them. So I thought it would be better and more enjoyable for a video that if we both sort of go over the cars. So first car up is from our buddy Conrad, and he has this E46 with my wheels. This picture was taken when we just fitted the white body, and his original wheels were like hovercraft mode, so I was like, here, take some proper wheels on there for a picture so you know what you're looking at the end result. What do you think?
It's a proper mafia car.
Mafia car?
Yeah, it's with all the black. It needs these wheels.
It needs to, at least white, right?
Yeah, yeah.
He has gold wheels?
Yeah.
And I'm telling him, change it to white.
With the stickers, it looks clean with the white.
Yes, indeed. But then the question, what do you like about the car?
Well, the overall mafia vibe, the blackness of the car.
The blackness of the car, okay. And then I would say one thing that I like is like the white body, because I go for that drift vibe, stance, look, whatever. So I like the white body, and indeed that it's like all black. And what is something you would change about the car?
Well, if you could, I would do it to a coupe.
To a coupe? Instead of a four-door?
Yeah.
Yeah, but if you had this car and it was the four-door, I would weld one door shut. Oh, you can't.
No.
I think
just a little rocket bunny tail. Just make the tail look a little bit bigger.
I would go for a little roof spoiler as well. I mean, the rims, the wheels, we talked about that. So as it's shown on picture right now, I would do a little roof spoiler just to make that butt a little bit more sexy. Same as I have on the E36, like a little roof spoiler and then the trunk spoiler. He has the trunk spoiler, but you don't really see it, unfortunately. But that was Conrad, so let's move it up to the next one.
Is more BMWs coming?
Yep.
Okay.
Next up, Kill Pharmacy, aka Kevin, his car. He has a Boston Green E36, Boston Groen E36 sedan. Now recently with the white body, and I think sedans with the white body where you have like those over fender panels on the side but also on the door, so it really like stretches forward. I think it's a cool vibe. I really love it. I mean, I have a white body as well, but I have a coupe. If I would get another E36, preferably it will be a four-door, just as a street bitch, but who knows. But if I look at the spoiler and the trunk spoiler, we have exactly the same spoiler, so I cannot say anything bad about that. The window spoiler at the top is sort of similar. The angle of the corner there is a little bit different, but essentially it's the same roof spoiler. So also I cannot hate that because it looks awesome. And the wheels, I also rock the same wheels, so if I would say anything bad about this car, I'm basically hating on my own car. And my car from factory was even the same Boston Green color. So if I have to say anything about this car, it will be I would change the color, because it's a good green color. There's a lot of metallic in there, but I don't necessarily like green on a car, and especially dark. Like a British racing green, colors like that, I really don't like.
Just the body panels aren't painted yet.
And the body panels aren't painted, so that was I was going at. I would change the color, and also because it now is black and green, I would make it one solid color.
Yeah.
What would I keep on the car? The wide body panels for sure. They look awesome. And the wheels of course, but you know, he's copying me or I'm copying him. I don't know which way around, but Kevin, you have great taste. Remco, what about you?
Well, it's a great looking car. Could use a flashy color.
I would raise it a little bit because then it doesn't cost me like 5 or 6 fuel filters. But other than that, it looks cool though. Never said anything about the look of the ride height, but it's not really functional. Then RASM.
Well, this is something different.
This is something different. Now, I'm sorry, but I forgot your real name. I met this dude on, I think it was Honda Euromeet in the northern part of France. And he is from Luxembourg, if I said that correctly. And they were into the Honda scene, and I originated from there as well. And I still keep some Hondas there close to my heart. I'm just looking at one right there. And EG Civics, I kind of like him. In red, yes. With the white and red racing banner on the front, yes. White wheels, so much good things. Further than that, it's pretty stock, but I don't know. I like him. Nice, good, deep color red. If I could change anything about the car, or wait, let's go for the keep first. I love the window banners and the stickers, the red and white color contrast. If I could change anything about the car, I would go for maybe black housing headlights and maybe the side skirt, which now looks white. I would also make that black. But
I was just thinking about the blinkers. I don't like the silver orange.
You want a full orange.
Yeah.
That's also a good call. I love it. I love that racing style on a car. I mean, the street vibe is good as well, but
just lose the letters on the top.
Not every show car is a race car, but every race car is a show car. Let's go to the next, which is Joey. And Joey has a
BMW.
It
needs some paint.
Joey has a piece of shit laying around.
What's wrong with the back wheel?
There is no tire on the back wheel, or at least it's on there, but it's like deflated. There's clear coat missing. There's so much green on the bumper.
It's greener than a car.
It's a gray bumper, but it has so much moss and other green shit on it that almost looks color matched.
If there's anything positive,
I know this guy has bought this car and he's fully working on it. He's like stripping the interior, had some door panels and everything on there. I know there's a dent in the trunk, but he's planning on make this all good, nice driving and everything again. And then when he has his driver's license, he's gonna be, driving, dailying, drifting, whatever he's gonna do with this. But this dude usually drives in like Auto Rodeo, so like the Crash Banger series and stuff, which they do with a lot of Volvos, which I love and hate him for it. I hate him that he crushes up good, nice looking Volvos. Well, they're not always good. And I love him because sometimes he has parts for me. And then I need something and he has it. So thank you, Joey, for that. Other than that, I don't think we can say much about the car. What would I change? Or what would I keep?
Where will you start?
Where do I start? What would I change? Well, at least get some proper tires on the back, because this isn't even driving. What would I keep? Maybe the Zero Fox 5. Because then you can just slam it across the curb, across the tree, tap the taillights out, and nothing of value was lost. So probably would keep it.
I don't know about the engine, but
out of my head, I cannot tell you what engine is in there. It could be a 316 or it could be a 2.5 liter. I don't know. I don't think it's anything high value though, because otherwise we would have known. Next one, which is another Joey. The first one is, my name is Joey, and the other one is Joey the one and only, basically. It's in Dutch, but
it rhymes. Joey the one and only.
Yes. The thing is, who's the real Joey then? Because they're both claiming the name is Joey, but one is the one and only.
I really like this color, man.
Yeah, not too bad. It could have been a little bit more red. This is more of a Bordeaux, like a dark red tint. I like the brighter red tint of BMW a lot. But the way this sits in paint, or it's the right angle, but it looks clean. Also those wheels, I don't know what inch size they are, but they look very big. I'm surprised they don't rub. I believe they're X5 wheels, BMW X5. That he just mounted.
Maybe a little too heavy.
Well, it's a look, it's a vibe. Big wheels.
Yeah, you see those Volkswagens with Touareg wheels. Just that doesn't really.
This is way too big.
Yeah. Yeah, but I would just.
I love the spoiler.
It's nice and clean. It's just on the front end, that little winglet.
Well, the canards.
Yeah, the canard is just a little bit. I personally don't like canards.
No. Well, depends. If the car is really like a race-looking car, then canards fit. But this car is, because of the wheels, more of a street car, and then I think indeed the canards are a little bit maybe overkill. Matches with the splitter though. Because one thing I would keep the splitter and the diffuser on the rear. Yeah. I love that diffuser. I always said if I'm gonna drift my BMW and I would lose my rear bumper, I'm not gonna bother buying a new rear bumper. I would do with the side skirts and the front bumper, but the rear bumper probably go for aggressive diffuser set. The thing I would change though is I think the eyelets. I think of all cars, BMWs are somewhat pulling the eyelets off on cars if the look of the build is correct, but just in general, no, I'm not a fan of eyelets.
It's a nice built car, yeah.
So it looks proper.
Yeah.
Yeah. High value cars nowadays.
I'm wondering how the ride height is. So how functional is it to drive on a daily basis? With the tucked in wheels.
Yeah, the ride height isn't too bad, but like the clearance, like the front wheels, that thing is not able to turn properly. I would say. Not drifting at least. Being on max angle, heading one bump and then poof, eat your fender. I do have to say, I just realized now he has a tan interior, which I think matches really nice with the red.
Yeah, so because of the interior, just the tinted windows are, in this case, a little bit of waste.
You would have loved to see more of that interior. Yeah.
But it's a great looking car. I really like the clean wheels, the metallic, the alloy.
I can see that, because also like my heart lies with the Japanese first and foremost, and I think with you it's the other way around. Yeah. You're more of a Euro fanboy. I'm more of a Japanese fanboy.
We'll clip in a few pictures of my cars.
Okay, I'll do that, I guess. I will. But then, yes, these wheels have more of a Euro look and more of a racy, sporty or Japanese look. Yeah. So I get that you like them.
We can do a rating of on my cars, but they will be fucked.
I will not do a rating of your cars, but you will just send me a few pictures of your cars. I will drop them in the video, and then you guys in the comments can rate, roast, whatever you want with these cars.
Just don't talk about the wheels.
Oh, we will talk about the wheels. But some cars were modded, like what, 20 years ago almost?
No, not that long.
What, your first car, your Polo?
No, my first car was my Corrado.
Oh, the Corrado was the first car.
Yeah. That was in, I was 23 years. Yeah, 17 years ago, something. No, 15 years ago. But it was.
Well, I said almost 20. So the mods on those cars can sometimes be a little bit questionable.
I always pick the wrong wheels.
Well, do you have a picture with the pantyhoses over the headlights of the Polo? Yeah. I want that.
Yeah.
You'll see in the pictures.
Okay.
I'll drop them at the end of the video. Then we have a guy named, I know his name is Alfred, but his name in Dutch is like Tuinhekdeurtje. I don't know why he chose that name. I know he runs that name for like a long time. But he's also one of the Civic fanboys. The Civic, what is this? Is this an EJ9 or EK? not a 9. It looks.
Well, it looks new.
It looks somewhat poverty spec.
No, it's not poverty spec, but it looks
with
new.
those grills. They look poverty spec. I just hate those grills.
Yeah.
I mean, I have the basically same model. Mine is an EK3. We have a different front bumper, so this is facelift.
It looks really fun to drive.
Or pre-facelift? I don't even know at this point. But yeah, Civics are just people that hate on Civics have never experienced one. Cars are like, I think James May explained that once in a correct way. Cars are being the most fun when driving at the edge. And if you have a slower car, that edge, that limit is easily reached. And you can have a lot more fun while not even sometimes breaking the speed limit. Compared to like a 500 horsepower car where you just put your foot down and you're instantly breaking speed limits and risk of your life if anything goes wrong on those speeds. So looking at this picture, him flying around at the Nürburgring looks like. That looks like a serious great time with the Civic. They're light, they're nimble, they handle very well. I love the platform. And I can see a Mercedes, a Porsche and a BMW behind him. I think they're catching up on him, but if it's the other way around, let me know in the comments, because then I'm impressed. Things I would change. Wheels, ride height, maybe a little bit of a lip kit around it, because like I said, it looks pretty basic, pretty stock. Things I would keep, I see you have a different rear spoiler, which I kind of like. Oh no, the grille. The grille is definitely the first thing I would change.
You'll change it.
Yeah. Oof. Here we have one that I think on look based, this is one of my favorites. I really love 190s. Yeah. I really love 190s. Mercedes, for the people who don't know them. These have like high pedigree race classes with the E30s back in the day. And this version, well, he has a silver bonnet. I don't know if that's because that's the one he got or that's the color scheme he wants to go for. I think it's just the bonnet that he got. But what I really like is like the chameleon inserts of the high beams and stuff, because I think they're maybe not even the same color, but at this angle they're not the same color at least. Good wheels at the back, front a little bit weak, but you know, Mercedes have weird geometry and weird specs, so...
Well, I had the same vibe on my Brocs on the Golf.
Yeah. So. Yep.
The wheels and everything is just awesome. The red color. This is just change the open vibe on the bumper. That's it.
Yeah.
Just keeping it more street.
Also, is that the original bumper that is on this car? Because it almost looks like a BMW bumper. I could be wrong. I hope I'm wrong.
No, but this is personally one of my favorites riding around.
So far?
Yeah. No, just on the street. If you see one driving modded.
Oh yeah, it's like, oh cool.
You normally don't see a modded driving around.
Unless it's just fully matte black.
Yeah.
Then it's like, ugh. How can you ruin a car?
Or gold.
It could the champagne gold would be very good. But yeah, I love cars that are square, and this is definitely one that fits the bill. What would I change about this car? I would say front wheels, but you know, they're easy to change, and maybe this is just a working spec at that moment and not the regular set that he runs on. I've seen this thing in action and it looks awesome, sounds awesome. So I would change the wheels, and I would keep the rear wheels. No, I think also the color foil on the headlights. I think that's kind of cool. Anything to add to that?
No, I'd keep it as it is.
Keep it as it is.
Just the front.
Yeah, but that was not that was not the question.
No, I would just the front bumper, I guess, and the color of the hood. Just match it with the rest of the car.
Yeah, or a color scheme that works. I don't know
like
if black
the
or
gold
carbon
in the
works,
Sanju Roku sticker.
Yeah, it could work. Then we have someone called Colt Shadow, which is aka Kuba, who is from the UK. So here we go with the red E46 with a big wing. The wing is big, not very tall, but it is big with a big hoonigan sticker on it. Not drunk, just drifting. So that at least makes me happy that he uses it. I think he started drifting like what, 2 years ago, something around that era. And the car started to transform more and more into a drift car. Also, I think we're gonna see these wheels later, but that'll be for another picture. What else is there on the car? There's some cool seats, nice red harnesses, match with the rest of the car, but nothing else.
Yeah,
really
roll cage.
Oh yeah, I don't think it's a full. I think it's a harness bar, and then like a real riser, like the samurai sword katana style hydro handbrake, deep steering wheel.
This is a good looking car.
And then we have one proper one from the outside of the car.
With different wheels.
With different wheels.
Steelies.
He has steelies on here.
It looks a little bit dirty. Right? Just
yes. Well,
closed up.
It's being used.
Closed up.
Are those grills different than original? Is it just mesh that is in there?
It looks closed.
Never seen that before. Something I would change about this car. In this last photo I would change the wheels, but I think they were just on here for drift reasons. And I would change the vents in the bonnet because that is just asking for trouble on your electronics of your engine. Other than that, kind of cool looking car in red. Maybe paint the front fenders, but also the black and red color scheme could work if you change a little bit more parts to black. And I would keep the big ass wing on the back. I never owned a car with a big ass, oh well. Yep, I did. Volvo 440, big ass wing. But not like that. And I sort of like them, but they're not legal here, so I cannot run them. Or you just have the mounting points on the back, and then every time you go to a show or meet or a drift event, you can put it on for the looks. But you can never actually have it on the car and on the street, so I think it's pointless. Better to have a wing set up on there that looks good and is, you know, able to stay on everywhere you go. What would you change?
Well, in this picture it looks doesn't look as clean as the first picture. So
it shines a lot more in this picture.
Yeah,
it's the seating.
No, I don't know. I don't really like the wings, but I can check the vibe on this one. I really like the katana. On the inside, just the overall vibe of the car. But I don't know, I just like these coupes, these 3 doors. But
I would maybe do a wide body.
Yeah, wide
body E46s look, especially coupes, they look so good.
And a front one.
Like the black one we saw at the beginning had wide front fenders, but I think the rear fenders, those were a little bit narrow on his kit. I think if you widen the rear of the E46, it really becomes like a fat booty. Love it. So then we go to another drifter.
Hey, there you are.
That's me, on the side of it. I will have to say, this is the car of Mello Salvis. He lives here in Holland now. He's from Lithuania, if I'm correct. He already has 1 bonus point because I can see my sticker on his side window, and there's even more stickers that came from me. And he's rocking them, representing them, so appreciate that. What can I say about this car? It's a 4-door. It has good ride height. 4-door as a compliment. I like 4-doors.
Well, at the front, it has room to turn.
It has room to turn. Yeah, it's a car that's functional. Spoiler. Cannot say anything bad about it. Have the same spoiler. Wheel fitment and everything. Yeah, it's decent. Also, his interior I can see here.
You're saying decent, but are these decent wheels? Yeah. Decent wheels.
The brand of the wheels is decent.
I would change the wheels, keep the vibe.
I think he has different wheels, but he has not put them on yet. But if you can see at the A pillar next to the window,
he has sticker bond.
No, it's wrapped. with the fabric, and I think he had it on more spots on the car, and I
That's
really
dope.
love it.
That's
Yeah,
dope.
so like the whole headliner maybe was
Yeah,
done.
that's
I remember something like that. It just it sits well.
The exhaust is a nice.
Could be
neck.
sticking out a little bit
Yeah,
more.
but-
It's a little bit more below the bumper. What would I change? I would change the rear lights to one where the indicator is clear instead of orange, because I don't like that on BMWs. That really makes them look older than they are or cheaper than they are, especially nowadays.
There's the little clean colored side skirt.
Yes.
That's
Yeah,
it.
that it's more like one unit paint color
Yeah.
instead of this.
It's a bluish
Yeah.
BMW. Yeah.
I have side skirts maybe for them that are painted. You can clip over them.
Yeah, just use some PVC tubing.
Yeah, I might have some side skirts for you, Selfies. Hit me up. I would keep the interior because I have seen that in real life and it's not this good memorable from video. I have it memorable from real life, but it's not really showing on the video right now. I love.
It's original. Yeah.
Yeah, I love changing the fabrics inside for different patterns and stuff. That's cool. So thank you for sending that in. Next one, we have someone called Mike on a Bike, which is Mike.
On a BMW, and it's a red
It's
one.
not Mike on a Bike.
And this is just a little bit with the shark nose vibe in it. This
No,
old school. No, it doesn't. It's not the shark nose.
I know
but
what you're
it's-
trying to say, but it has like the same as the E30, has the round headlights and the whole.
Yeah, but this is the better looking BMW before the more rounded.
Yes.
Yeah.
This is the E34, which is like the 5 Series,
I really like the 90s red.
but the red is.
It's fucking awesome. Also with the chromed out wheels.
These wheels look
Yeah,
really good on
yeah.
it. Also
you
have
sent
it.
some nice pictures, man. Ah, yeah.
We also have it with black wheels, but this is a beauty picture.
Yeah.
Quality,
Also, again, different wheels.
Also, again, different wheels. This is like fake TEs.
Or real ones.
If he had real TEs, he would have told me. I don't think they're real, but they're like the bronze look. Which I think the other one with the mesh look better than this with the bronze. It's a vibe, but not as good as the others. Then also he has a picture of him going sideways.
Okay. Daring to
With
go
the-
sideways
With the black wheels. Yeah, people called him crazy for throwing this sideways on the
Yeah,
track, but
yeah.
I believe the story was he was at work and he was done early and he came back and he passed the track on his way back and they still had like half a day left and he was like, yo, if I pay half, can I still go? And he was able to, and he just started throwing his E34 around.
Yeah, and then a professional photo. Oh, again, the same background as the other BMW.
Yes. So
Yeah, same spot.
you can see that they're brothers. They picked the same spot to make a picture, but this thing is sitting clean. But if you're a real car enthusiast and you like older cars, then how can you not like a BMW E34? Because these are just beautiful cars to look at. Even before I went into BMW, I already liked these to start with because they're just cool.
What would you keep? What would you lose?
What would I keep? I would keep these wheels. Keep it red, of course, because this color is beautiful. What would I change?
I don't know. I think I would. I don't really know if I like the new headlights.
I would keep everything and I would add some louvers on the rear window. On the E34?
Yeah.
Those mafia style louvers? That's what I would do. Other than that, I cannot think of anything that I would say really take this off the car because it's ugly. This car is just also just stylishly been done. Next,
Someone new.
Frankenstein, aka Oscar. This is a BMW F something. I cannot tell you because I'm into older cars and I'm not into new cars. It's not a necessarily ugly car, but for the price that this car cost, I would have tripped over 10 of my most favorite cars ever, basically. Oh well, favorite ever? No, but there's so many more cars that I would buy before I would spend the money on a car like this. So that's very hard to judge, because you're like, it's a little bit too new. I know you like these. If you like, I mean, yes, you respect the old stuff, but you're liking new stuff.
More into the new ones.
New stuff, tech, options.
No, I really like
luxury.
the big ass front on these cars, and just the overall limousine look.
With the big ass front, do you also mean the grills?
No, just
especially with the new BMWs. Are you one of those people that's fan of the big
No,
grills?
I don't like the kidneys, the big ass kidneys on the new ones, but just.
Oh, you mean the big ass kidneys?
No, of course not. This no, with the i9 or the i7. No, just really liking the big,
yes,
big portion.
This is before they went bad. Before it went downhill.
Yeah.
That's true.
So the tinted windows are doing it right here, and just keeping it. Yeah, the front bumper is clean, color is green. Just I don't know if it's it's been de-chromed. That's also
just all
awesome.
black everything.
I really hate the chrome lining on new cars.
Yes, that's at least what we agree on. That luxury vibe.
Yeah.
Which brings me to the next point. The wheels are aftermarket. I'm not disliking them. But on the topic of chrome, I would have made the spokes all black or all chrome. I'm just a hater of wheels that are chrome and black, like where the face is black and the sides are chrome, or the other way around, where the face is chrome and the sides of the spokes are black. That just really looks out of style, catalog, cheesy. I know these wheels are probably not as cheap as the ones I'm describing, but I think the wheels will look better if the whole spoke is or silver or black, but not that half from half. I like the polished lip, that's perfect, but I think the spokes can do with a little bit of...
I don't know what it looks like driving, though. I can't really say...
A good wheel looks good while driving and standing still.
Yeah. But this...
Whoa bro, you got some ugly ass wheels. No, wait, you should see them moving. That's why they invented spinners.
Yeah.
The spinners were ugly when they're standing still, so as long as you keep them moving, you don't see it.
There's a good grille on this car.
Yes. I would love it more it was black though and not blue.
And just a missed out on the 420.
720. That's what happens when he spins out. Just do 2 circles, does 720.
No, it's a big ass new car. It looks fast as fuck.
Let me put it this way. So far, if I had to do a road trip, it would be this car or the E34. If I had to go for a long distance. And this would probably be more liable just because the E34 has age. But
and the lines on the hood are awesome.
Yeah, kinda agree. You wanna ashtray? There's even a car tire. Everything is in team here.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm smoking. Just
Smoke tires, not facts.
I'm driving a fag.
Yep. Well, that will be at the end of your car history compilation.
Please
your
don't.
newest car.
I've only still got 2 of them. So. Yeah, but it's a big ass car, and it drives. I think it drives like a.
He has a newer, or for me it's a new, but it's a newer Volkswagen Golf, because the previous Golf you had for a really long time.
Yeah.
I not the biggest fan of that model car, but I respect you for holding on to it and treating it as nice as it did, like or as it was, because it was clean, nice. It had over 400,000 kilometers on the clock.
Yeah, and then it met a Volvo.
And then it met a Volvo headlight on headlight. Luckily, no casualties, just a little bit of bruises and broken things, but you know.
I should send in a picture. Yeah.
Also, we'll see that pic coming up. There's gonna be like a video compilation. What song do you want under that? Photo compilation of. He could have just. One of the good friends, he knows about my Discord, could have just sent in pictures, doesn't do it, and now I need to make his whole own compilation at the end of the video.
No, we won't bother you with that.
Oh, I will. I want those pictures, because probably this video is gonna take longer than I imagined. Next,
well, we got a BMW.
Another BMW.
It's a proper one. Drifting. Looks used. Looks smashed around.
There's Jay. Jay is from Ireland, and Jay loves to drift. He has an E46. Out of my head, I don't know which engine it was. Maybe you can remind me in the comments. He's running decent power at least, I think. Also, this is on the dry and he's smoking tires, so yes. You have some insignia steelies at the back as well, looks like. Where's your over fender though, man? This weird wheel gap, it's not even symmetrical. Something's going on there. Angle kit. He has the GTR type front, like the GTR type body kit. But I think that's the part that's missing in the rear, but you have those big ass fenders. Polyurethane windows, full roll cage, everything. Yeah, man.
Looks like a proper track car.
It's a drift car, it's being used, so it's a little bit rough around the edges, but you know, it's not a show car, so.
Keep it as it is and don't change anything, just drive it like hell.
I will put the body panels back on, and I will put a spoiler on, because it's a little bit empty at the rear. Little spoiler, you could use that. Another E46. Can you guys guess what kind of community we're at? We're on about? Like,
looks like a drifting community.
We're all about drifting, and you know, in this part of Europe, this is the way to go. If we were to live in Japan, it would probably be chases and other stuff. But why does your license plate says Apuai?
Apuai.
Apuai. This is the car from Dave. Dave will be right back because he's having a Apuai. Clean, simple. If I look at this, I know he has an angle kit and it really shows because the front wheels really stick out a little bit more as the rear wheels. They're sunken in. He has some stickers as well. Also stickers that I do remember making. Thanks for representing. Other than that, I can see some damage on the rear because Dave loves to get close to the wall. But that's sad. What is this?
It looks like a happy little accident.
Yeah, well, it's just a scrape on the bumper and a little crumple underneath the taillight. I think it was worse. The first time I saw it, I've seen this car in real life. I've been here. And I think the scrape on the bumper was less and there was no dent underneath the taillight. And I think he hit it again because it's bigger. This is the facelift model, so it has a little bit of different front end. Some hood pins. Fairly stock, nothing too special. Has an angle kit like I said, because the front stance is a lot wider.
The hood clips give it away.
Yeah. And this is one of the drifting pictures of him in action. Without the bonnet pins. So this was an earlier picture.
What's happening there? He's looking kind of scared.
Dave, why are you looking so scared in the car, man? Spread open eyes.
What are you looking at?
Who was spinning in front of you? Was it Mike or Kuba? No offense, but I'm struggling to say what I would keep on the car and what I would change. I like the rear taillights, that I would keep those. Because you also have the one with the orange blinkers and everything in there. And I like this version the best. So I would keep that. I would change maybe exhaust, and I would change the wheel fitment, I would say. Just the rear, fill up the guard.
Yeah, just
the wheel arch a little bit more, so it doesn't have that hovercraft fitment. Or a spacer, or just a bigger offset wheel, something like that. So it just looks as nice as it goes, basically. But I know Dave is just building this thing proper on a budget to be a functioning drift car. No horns and whistles, just drift car, which I kind of respect. I mean, less that can go wrong, right? Then Gatsby. He has an E46 again, but this is a little bit different because it's the E46 compact. And if you remember, then E46 compacts are ugly as balls in the front, and he swapped in a normal coupe or sedan front end on the compact.
I was wondering what I was seeing.
So the rear is still a little bit weird and ugly, but the front looks, I think, really cool because he has like the M front on it. I think this is the same as Dave, the same as the last one that we just saw. Same front. Looks so much different in black. And also he's rocking an M bumper.
Yeah.
That also makes a big difference. But not too shabby. He told me he was doing it, and now I've seen it.
Hey, he's got a rear wing.
And he's got a rear wing. That's a big ass wing. Well, I know this dude drives on the Nürburgring and stuff like that, or at least he does track days. This is not necessarily a drifter, but more of a time attack for fun car. But I love the conversion. I don't know how it sits. I've heard that he said it's a little bit crooked and not fitting at all. But if I look at the pictures, I would say good enough. I would rock this.
Yeah.
I would drive this. Things I would change. Maybe the spoiler. A little bit more subtle, maybe.
What was the last picture?
Or maybe at least put it in color. Sorry, you have one more picture to go. It's basically the same, but then from the other side. I would change the wheels. I don't like any BMW style fill in your favorite number here wheel. They're like still factory wheels, and for some reason the factory knows how to design sometimes a car, but not how they design wheels.
Oh, just maybe clean it up a little, just the mesh in the front.
Unless you're from the 80s, then they have some cool wheels. But for what you've done to a shitty ass looking compact, because E46 compacts I think are more hated than the E36 compacts, with the coupe front end or sedan front end, whatever it is, you've done a great job and it looks awesome. Love it. And then we're here for the last and final entry. It's the car of Kevin, his brother, like Kill Pharmacy. He was with the green white body sedan E36, and his brother has one that he does like track driving with, which also looks very good. He's running semi-slicks, I see. Wheels, good combo. Headlight one is blocked off because of course if you crash you have glass on the track, you don't want that, so you need to delete them. One is like an open air duct, which I kind of like, and it has a livery, and I'm a sucker for livery, so I kind of think this is cool. I would change the bumper for an M bumper or something, because this is basically that bone stock bumper, which is a little bit I don't know, you can do better. There's a basic M bumper is not that expensive and it looks a whole lot better. But this car is built for function and not for looks. It has some stickers and some sponsors and everything on there. I don't know too much about this car, but I think it will be fun to smash around a few laps.
I don't know how fast it is, but it looks just like fast.
At least it's rear wheel drive, so it's gonna be fun.
Grippy car. Just
with those tires, it's gonna be grippy for sure. Something I would change. Maybe the faded paint, or like I said, change the front basic poverty spec bumper for an M bumper. Things I will keep: cage, interior, style, livery, whatever.
yeah.
Especially here in this is then a race scene, but especially in the drift scene, if you go to a drift day here in Holland, most of the cars are like not stickered. They have no liveries or no nothing. Not that it's mandatory, but I think a drift car is something that is a show and an intention car, and they need to be stickered up, bright colors, you know. They need to be screaming even if they parked, basically, in my opinion. And I think we see too little of that in the Dutch drift scene. So I'm happy to at least do my part of it and hopefully inspire people with that. I mean, I know I have inspired some people in the past, so hopefully we see more and more cool cars, liveries, body kits, stuff coming in and drifting. But for now, this was the last entry that I've gotten. Now if you think I like this video, please go into the Discord below in the description.
Okay, I will.
You can send in your car picture, and if this fills up and I have enough cars to do another video, I will, and we will make a part 2 of this video. So let me know how you think that would go. If you like this video, smash that like button, subscribe if you want to see more, and thank you to each and everyone that's already in the Discord, making this a nice community and a fun community to have fun with friends. Stupid memes, car questions, we sell car parts, anything is up there. And thanks for sending in your pictures, so I was able to make another video for you guys. So hopefully I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching, and Remco.
Have fun with my cars, man.
Oh yeah, enjoy his little car compilation. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.
Thanks.